All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am so excited to geek out about some movies together. Um, I grew up in Chicago, Illinois, very chilly in the winter, to say the least, probably an understatement. Hi to all of my Chicago peeps. and gosh, I one of the things I loved all year round, but especially in during those harsh winters, was curling up with a yummy warm drink, which I also do, as many of you know, every day, no matter what the weather is, all year round. But I might tweak the drinks a little bit, right? Some hot toddies, some yummy hot chocolate, things like that. Love. I just discovered mixing hot cider with brandy or hot cider with whiskey, and I love whiskey, so it was an easy sell. um, and the other aspect that I love is curling up with whatever beverage, some snacks, and watching movies all together as a family. To this day, me and my siblings love cuddling up, and we truly cuddle. Like it's like we're dating or something. We're cuddled up, we get the blankets, we snuggle. We're very physically affectionate in my family, and we'll go and we'll watch a movie together. And instead of trying to narrow down and pick like five movies, there's just no way. I would never be able to do that at all, even if it wasn't only talking about family friendly movies, which is what we're going to talk about today. Um, I still couldn't possibly narrow it down. There's so many amazing movies out there. And I'm looking for recommendations as well. So if you're a movie lover, if you've been checking out some really great movies lately, let me know which ones they are. But I have some questions for you, because one of the things that I have been asking a lot of my friends and family, the clients that I work with that are also have children, is what are those movies lately that has been helping them have a sense of joy in the midst of all of the insanity, all of the crazy, all of the stress. A lot of people are dealing with any number of things right now. And I've always found checking in with a movie to be not so much an escape, but a way to actually tap back into what's true for me after maybe I've been inundated by a lot of or stress or and then I go ahead and I watch a movie, and it's like, okay, yes, I can do this again. And I've been revisiting the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I never watched all of them. I kind of stopped after the second, third one. It was not as fun for me. I love the first one, but I'm giving it another chance. And it's been a great way to remind me of my sense of adventure, to reactivate it within my body and in my life. And it's been really great. It's been really great. So I'm going to actually, instead of mentioning specific movies, I'll mention some specific ones. I want to talk about the genres instead, and like the categories of movies. And I'd love for y'all to pop in your recommendations and the ones that have been really resonating with you with those movies. So action adventure for sure is, like, I think, one of my love languages. Like, I tell every partner that I start dating, I'm like, if you want to make me feel better when I'm sick or down, definitely check out some action adventure movies with me, or bring them over and let's hang out and cuddle and talk and just laugh during these movies. Um, so which action adventure movies do you like? And does your family enjoy? So I have Pirates of the Caribbean. And you know what? I'm actually gonna, yeah, I have the first one myself. I'm also looking to make sure I spell Caribbean correctly. It's so much easier in Spanish. Caribe, boom, done. All right. But yeah, there's all the Jumanji movies. I love that they are redoing a lot of these classic movies from my childhood. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Who else loves Robin Williams? Oh my gosh. I still miss him. Like I still go, okay. Every time I remember that he's not on this planet in the body that I've known him as, since so long, maybe he's found another body. But yeah, all the Jumanji movies. What do you think of the remakes? I'm a fan. They did such a good job. They did such a good job. And Dwayne The Rock Johnson, so many of his movies right now I love. So, and that's not even just the kids ones, right? There's Moana, which we can talk about when we talk later on about the animated movies that people might like and enjoy and that I've been enjoying lately. Indiana Jones. Anyone else love Indiana Jones? Do you think that the remakes that they're talking about doing are going to be worthwhile? Like, I don't know. It might be fun. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Ryan Reynolds as Indiana Jones. Like, there's something to that. I was talking about it with my partner recently, and I was like, he might make it his own, it might be a fun little twist. We'll see. Almost every movie that he chooses is like, makes money and is pretty worthwhile and at least entertaining at minimum. So we'll see. But I think that might be fun. I love the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser, a lot of Brendan Fraser movies. That's really fun for me. And so more recently, yes, the Jumanji remakes, Jungle Cruise. What do y'all think of that one? I've been hearing some mixed reviews. Yeah, there's a lot. And I know y'all, there's a lot of you that have watched movies as adults just on your own, like nurturing your childish enthusiasm for life and living. Like that's what I do. Like I work with kids, but I don't have any of my own biological ones. I'm, a godmother and a sweet auntie and a not so sweet auntie sometimes. And so I still like to keep tabs on what's going on, but I definitely know that there's some that I'm missing out on. And so please go ahead and pop those recommendations in the chat. The next genre of family-friendly movies that I love are the sports team movies. Like they don't really do that much anymore, like for kids movies. Like I don't know why that is. Maybe because they don't want kids that excited about sports if they're cutting a lot of sports teams and gym classes. And so they're like, yeah, don't like plant seeds. And then they're going to be like, wait, can I do this? You're like, nope, you can't. Sorry. So maybe that's part of why they've stopped doing it. Maybe the kids, it's not enough like stimulation and action and movement and graphics and stuff. But there's something to like a classic sports team movie. Yeah. So what are the sports team movies y'all like? Some classic ones. I don't know if you guys remember this at all. Angels in the Outfield. Do you remember this? Does anyone else remember this? I might have to go and watch it again. I was thinking about this in preparation for this video today, and I was like, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And that's the one that, like, for all of these, since they're people are living their lives in these movies, they're creating something, they're soaring beyond limitations and trauma and challenges, and it's a great platform to have conversations about living and about dying, about what people are adding on to their lives to create more living and what they're letting go to create more dying. And Angels in the Outfield is an amazing one because angels are also one of the elements of living. And it's not about the religious symbol of angel, even though it can be, it's included in there. It's anyone that's had your back, that guides you in a loving, graceful way that might support your endeavors when no one else seems to be around. And I remember having that in the Angels in the Outfield and reminding me like, oh, this is a lot of the things that I'm aware of. As a kid, like nobody was talking about angels in the way that they talked about it in that movie. And I grew up Catholic. We talked about angels only with respect to helping you through challenges and trauma and really upset and when you're crying and when you feel powerless and helpless. And so when I didn't really feel powerless and helpless, I kind of, even when things were challenging, I didn't really buy into that I didn't have power as a kid. If anything, people were scared of me from what my parents had told me. And so I didn't really resonate with angels until maybe my 20s, when I all of a sudden I did have so many challenges. And then I realized, well, that wasn't the only way that I can co-create with them, and I could actually play with them and have conversations with all the angels of my lives. Like some of you who are in our group are an angel for me in my life and have helped me during challenging moments, but also helped me create amazing things when I was like, I have this idea. How can I implement this? Like, what do you know about this? Right. And some of you have been a part of that. And I think that's part of what angels in our lives can be. So I love that. Other sports movies like Mighty Ducks. Who remembers Mighty Ducks? I'm totally being nostalgic with y'all right now, if you can't tell. But yeah, I haven't really noticed any great sports movies recently, like in the last like 10 years. Let me know. I was just watching a BBC soccer movie about these prisoners that create a soccer team, and then they play against the other the officers and things like that in the prison. Not really family friendly, but it reminded me like, yeah, there's just really not that much around this genre lately, and I kind of miss it. I don't know, is it just me? I might kind of miss it. If it's you too and you kind of miss that genre, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Yeah. And then the last genre and group for family friendly movies that I definitely had to have its own category and its own time for is the animated movies. So many. Oh my God. And it's, which ones do you like? Which ones do you enjoy? So much anime now. Like I really didn't start getting to know anime, and also until like my 20s. I was first exposed to it when I was like 15 at a party when I first went to away to school. I went to residential high school. I didn't stay at my local high school. And they were playing some anime in the background. I was like, aren't we too old for this? Like, I remember thinking that. And then I started watching it. I was like, oh, the content is not for little kids. Okay, got it. But there are some that are. Like, I love, like, Spirited Away. Spirited Away. That's a great one. Howl's Flying Castle. Things like that, that genre, that director is amazing. But for those of you that I know, some of you are like really avid anime fans, like you're big into anime, you're the experts of this. Pop in your family friendly recommendations here. Like I would love to have that for myself and also for the families I work with. I was exposed just to the classic Disney animated movies. Love Little Mermaid. Y'all heard me talk about Little Mermaid. I know some of you like mermaids, but not the Little Mermaid. That's fine. But yeah, there's been recent stuff with Pixar. So Disney and Pixar movies. Yeah. Do you like the anime? Do you like Disney and Pixar movies? Like what? Which ones? Tell me. I love How to Train a Dragon. That's already gotten, the second one, the sequel was better than the first. How is that possible? It's amazing. But these most recent movies with Frozen, like talk about helping kids see how you can create your life completely differently, magically, using the unseen. Like she turned stuff that's like water molecules into castles. Like what? Like you can do that. And a lot of us need to be reminded of that. And we've forgotten over time, over the years. And that's part of what I love about watching these movies is it reminds me of what's fantastical about me, what's magical about me, what I know about creation, about living, about business, because they get to work. Like they make money in these movies. These kids are like savvy and clever and all this stuff, like Spy Kids. I love that one. That's a fun one. But I need to update my movies or in my library, y'all. So I need your help with this. And for those that have kids and are in the know, you guys have you're tapped in, what's what. So please go ahead and check in with me and post these video recommendations and movie recommendations, not just for me, as much as I'm being a little selfish right now. I'm very indulgent. Thank you for indulging me, but also for the people in our group, because that's part of what this group is about, is for us to have more joy and be able to have a sense of how that can be like for us, no matter what's going on, no matter who's going on, no matter who's going on, no matter who's around us. Yeah. So, and big shout out, if you want to tag whoever you enjoy movies with, tag them under this video. So tag who you love to watch movies with under this video. I'm going to tag some people right now. First of all, foremost, my family members that I mentioned to you. My brother, Shaniel, big shout out. He's working so hard, studying and working full time. Woo woo. My sister, oh my gosh, you are amazing. You are just dealing with so much right now, and yet you are rocking it, and I'm so proud of you. My dad, he nurtured so much of my love of movies. Like, we still send each other movie recommendations through text, like, all the time. My mom, we were just having some quality time together and hanging out yesterday. And a lot of times when we're hanging out, we have something in the background. We're watching the movies, we're laughing together, we're snuggling up. It's really, really great. So how did I get so lucky? Very, very blessed. And yeah, I'm going to tag some more people later on as well, some really close friends and things like that. But go ahead and tag the people that you know and love, that you like hanging out with and watching movies with, and be reminded of those memories. Like, it's nice to nurture those memories sometimes. For me, I find it to be a great way to honor my family members that I used to watch movies with that have transitioned and passed away. I'll watch them now and I'll think of them, and I perceive sometimes their presence watching the movie with me, even without a body. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a gift. And I'm really grateful that I can have those moments, even now that our relationship has changed. It's just a change, but it can be challenging sometimes in that shift. Okay. So until next time, everyone, thank you so much for geeking out on movies with me. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.